This is my final thing I want to talk about. So we know that we just were talking about the Niners' biggest weaknesses. Running the ball is a pretty big one. I don't know if you guys have been following the rest of the league, kind of locked in on the Niners here. They're 3-0, but there's this other running back in Minnesota, 27.
It's pretty
He
good.
used to play for the 49ers. You may not remember. His name is Jordan Mason. He was on this team, didn't play that much. When he did play, really produced, always very efficient, more than 5 yards a carry. Now he's in Minnesota. He's starting, and he's still averaging more than 5 yards a carry, which is great for them. What do you think of that trade in retrospect now that we have, a little bit of data?
Same thing. I thought about it with foresight. It was a mistake to trade Jordan Mason. He was the perfect complementary back for Christian McCaffrey. He can run between the tackles. Last night, he 16 attempts, 116 yards, 7.2 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns because the other running back there is out. So now Jordan Mason is that guy. He was, I think, second behind Derrick Henry for the first 5 games last year until Christian came back. He's the perfect complementary back for Christian McCaffrey. He's a power back. You can put him between the tackles. People forget his first year or two. The only time Jordan Mason got in the game was at the end of the games to close it out when everybody knew they were just running the ball to run the clock down, and he still averaged 5 yards per carry. Jordan Mason is solid, man. He's a great back. I wouldn't have traded him. Now, I know what people are going to say is we got Siegel because we traded him. I don't care about that. You can still get Siegel with another draft pick. I don't do that math when I'm thinking about this. I'm just talking about the player that you lost. Jordan Mason, to me, he would be perfect right now. If Kyle would have kept Jordan Mason and had a 1-2 combo with Jordan Mason, Christian McCaffrey, really damn good.
I mean, I'm more interested in Mason than McCaffrey at this point in their careers anyway. Like, McCaffrey's still good, but he's like 29. He's an old 29 because he's had almost 2,000 touches in his career. Mason just turned 26, and to me, he's kind of like a young 26 because the Niners never used him. He's touched the ball 293 times in his entire career, 43 times this season. He's fresh. He runs hard. All running backs get hurt, but what is he making, $5 million a year?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that. Why would you give away a running back in his prime who has so much tread left on his tires? Why? So you could keep the old guy with 200,000 miles on his odometer? Why?
I mean, really, you could put Christian in the backfield with Jordan Mason. Like, why wasn't that a thing? Like, honestly, Christian could probably play slot receiver and play for another 6 years at that position. But as a running back, he's just not quite he's just never really been a power back. Honestly, Jordan Mason was always the best running back between the tackles or on the goal line. He was as long as Jordan Mason was on the team, he was better than Christian McCaffrey between the tackles. I said that the whole time, and people get mad, and they probably still will because I know Christian McCaffrey is loved everywhere. I love Christian McCaffrey, but that's just the truth, man. Jordan Mason runs so hard. They need him. They should have kept him. And maybe Jordan James is that guy, but we don't know.
He's inactive. I'd love to see it. So why'd they trade him? I mean, to me, they're going to say, well, it's financial. We can't pay him that much. We're already paying Christian. And maybe that's part of it. But I still feel that Kyle didn't like being told to give him the ball. For whatever reason, he didn't really want to use Jordan Mason. He drafted Ty Davis Price. He was an undrafted free agent who kind of forced his way on the team. And I don't know if Kyle didn't like his study habits or his style, but he just was never really in playing him that much. And I think people like us telling Kyle, like, hey, man, what are you doing? Made him sort of double down and got him to maybe trade him, which is too bad. Kyle, we could have just used reverse psychology like we've been doing recently, and that's been working. So maybe in the future, that's on us. We should have just kept that to ourselves, how much we like Jordan Mason, and told Kyle, don't ever use him. He's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like paying running backs in general either, but it wasn't a lot for Jordan Mason, who's in his prime. So, I mean, if you're going to pay Christian $17 million a year, whatever it is, you could pay Jordan Mason $5 million. I don't know. I didn't like letting him go, and he's fantastic, man. He's doing big things.
What was the point of trading for Brian Robinson Jr.? Why they do that?
It's a good point.
They don't even use him. He had an 18-yard run, and they immediately took him off the field and never put him back on. Like, what?
Well, it's insurance. Insurance, because if Christian goes down, knock on wood, they need somebody,
and he's gonna go down if they keep giving him 25 touches a game. He's on pace for 463 this year. What is that?
It's a lot.
Wasn't the whole idea? Didn't they talk about it this year? Like, hey, given where he's at in his career, what the season he's coming off, we'd really like to preserve him. I don't. Maybe did I hallucinate them saying that? Maybe I
You know
hallucinated.
what they're doing, like Kyle talked about it, how they're dialing things up for Christian, and being that he's always available for the dump off, he gets a lot of that's not planned for him. So really, like, plan things for the other guys, because Christian's going to get his touches on the dump off anyways in the passing game is what I'm talking about. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe you shouldn't be just dialing things up for Christian. Maybe that's the way you keep his touches a little lower, because they're going to dump it off to him anyways, man. So yeah, I mean, knock on wood, man. I hope Christian lasts all season, but at some point I would imagine Brian Robinson has to play. At some point I would imagine Jordan James is activated.
Christian used to be the most unique running back because, kind of like Marshall Faulk, if you got him one-on-one against a defender, that defender was not going to tackle him. Not going to tackle him. May not even touch him. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now. That's how quick Christian McCaffrey was. Now, he's going down. He's not breaking a tackle. He's not making anyone miss. And what's crazy is, like, in the past, when he would get tackled, usually be like a glancing blow. Now, he's getting decleated every drive. He's getting smacked. And I think that's sort of just what happens when you play football a long time and you get old, man. It's not a very forgiving sport.
Yeah, man, he got cooked on that passing route. What they were going for a touchdown with Mac Jones.
Yeah, Matt kind of held him out to dry. That happened to me one time in middle school. I was playing tackle football at Montera in 7th grade and at lunch, and I went out for a pass in the flat. My fault. And of course, dude do it to me. I turned around, got lit up, and I walked off I was like, "Fuck this shit, man." I'm not.
Yeah, I've been lit up a few times.
It's okay. That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I remember we played. I played nose tackle and right tackle when I was younger, and I just remember we played Oakland, and I remember just big ass fullback just ran me the f over, and I was like, I'm probably not a nose tackle. Your nose tackle is not supposed to get ran over by a fullback.
I just learned about myself. Thank you. That was education.
Yeah.
Logan Gutierrez says, if the season somehow ended now, Kyle or Saleh? I say OBJ.
If the season ended now, Kyle or Saleh? What's the question?
What's the question?
Who would we want next year as the coach? I'm a huge Saleh guy, but
I'm a Saleh guy. But I think again, Saleh needed Kyle in New York.
They need each other.
They need each other. They really do.
Yeah.
They're a team. It's Nick for real says Kyle traded Mason to spite you, Grant. Thanks. That's kind of what I'm saying. I feel personally responsible for this, and I apologize. Yeah.
It was always a little weird. I also think Jordan Mason wanted to be more featured. He didn't want to be Christian's backup.
I get it. I mean, to me, he had earned an equal timeshare, and he was never going to get it. And they were going to give it to him in Minnesota. Aaron Jones goes down, and now he's actually getting to prove, just like last year, that he's going to be one of the best running backs in the league, one of the most productive running backs in the league if he's starting, unless he gets hurt. But we'll see what he does.
All right.
Pretty good this week. He's on my fantasy team, everyone. I wanted you to know that I really am true to this. I'm not faking the funk here. I believe in Jordan. And my favorite Jordan Mason story ever was last year when I compared him to Marshawn Lynch. Trent Williams compared him to Marshawn Lynch unprompted. And then I went over to Jordan and I was like, "Do you know who Marshawn Lynch is?" And he was like, "No." What? I don't really watch football like that. I'm just good at it.
He said no.
So I was like, all right, man, do me a favor. Go home, watch his highlights for 3 minutes. Come back, tell me what you think. So he comes back next day. I go to his locker. I'm like, "What'd you think?" And he like blushes. He's like, "Man, you need to stop comparing me to Hall of Famers. Stop." I'm like, "No, Trent compared you."
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of endearing. No idea who he is.
If you're a running back, you don't know who Marshawn Lynch is. Come on, Jordan.
I feel like Kyle uses, like, that's what he didn't like about Jordan. Like, Jordan doesn't He's not a football junkie, dude. He doesn't watch the sport. He's talked about this. He's not that into it. He's just good at it.
That's crazy.
He's good at it.
Really good at it.
I mean, there's something to be said for someone who's just good at something. Kilo TW says, just got here. Any update on Nick Bosa yet? Nah, we should get that around 3:30 today. So that's the show. Ryan, great as always. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And
I will four-man front.
Wednesdays
Yeah.
on Patreon, four-man front. Check it out. I put a community post in on my YouTube channel. Check it out. It's $5 a month or something. Yeah. And this way my people I work with actually getting paid. You are actually paying the people who you see with me so much. So it's a good thing to do, and it's a really good show. You like four-man front. I like doing it. So it's Wednesdays, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Western. No, Mountain.
What about in Japan? What time is it there?
Oof. I don't know, but Hawaii, it's 4 o'clock. No, it's
3.
3.
Yeah.
It's good to know. It's good to know, everyone.
Yeah.
So make sure you check that out, and I'll be back later today once we find out what's going on with Nick Bosa. Stay tuned.